There are over 53 million unpaid caregivers in the United States. Let's talk about some tips for improving the caregiving experience. You're listening to Heartbeat from the Heart of Hospice. I'm Jerry Finter, here with Helen Bauer.
Whether you're a family caregiver or an end-of-life professional, we are here to enhance your hospice experience by connecting you with information you can use about end-of-life care. Because we know how busy life can get, Heartbeat is designed to give you helpful information in a bite-sized format.
At the Heart of Hospice, we're always looking to connect our listeners with resources and services that can enhance their hospice experience. If your company provides a service for hospice patients or hospice agencies, the Heart of Hospice would love to partner with you to expand your outreach. To discuss customized sponsorship options, send an email to host@theheartofhospice.com. You want your clients to have the best hospice experience possible, and the Heart of Hospice can help you make that happen. Now on to today's episode. Okay, we're going to do a top 10.
Top 10. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, we like lists, right?
I don't want to say anything that might incriminate me. But yes, I love lists. Let's face it. I'm a nerdy list maker.
I think people who are organized are list makers.
You can spin it however you want. It's still nerdy.
I'm an organizer.
Okay.
And so, yes, that makes me a list maker too. But we have some top 10 tips for caregivers today. 53
million caregivers in the United States. Unpaid caregivers. Unpaid caregivers.
Exactly.
That's a lot of folks.
Okay, so when you think about it in these terms, we actually got that figure from AARP. They did a study, and that's the number that they came up with, was 53 million, which means that about 25% of the population in the United States is an unpaid caregiver.
25% of the entire population?
25%, yes.
Wow.
That's pretty incredible.
Did you read that in your AARP newsletter?
No, I saw it on the website.
I've been waiting to say that. I'm so impressed with how long I held back from saying it.
I could see it was about to make you bust.
I know. There was a lot of self-control there.
I could tell, but you just couldn't hold it back.
No, but a quarter of the population, unpaid caregiving.
Right.
That's amazing.
It really is. So
staggering. I guess is the better word.
So today we have some tips for those caregivers, because being a caregiver is not an easy job.
It isn't.
We have watched this up close, and we've also experienced it on a personal level ourselves. So we know what this is like. So here's our top 10 tips.
Okay.
Number 1.
Take a break. A 30-minute nap. Read a book. Drink some tea. Longer breaks are needed too, so you want to make sure you get those. And use your respite services. If you have respite services through your hospice team, use them. You can have a 5-day benefit from respite, or make sure you ask for help from other family members.
Exactly. So, number 2, ask for help when you need it. So here's our suggestion. Make a list of errands or tasks that you need help with, and you either just don't have time for, or you don't have the availability to do it. And then when people offer, you know how people are, well, if you ever need any help, just let me know.
Right.
You can whip out that list and say, pick one.
Pick one. Yeah, pick the one that suits you the best. Maybe you're not a cook, but you don't mind doing the grocery shopping or bathing the dog.
Yeah, there's lots of things that people can help you with. Make a list, and then when those offers come in, you've already got it ready-made.
Okay, I like that one. All right, number 3, don't neglect your health. Don't neglect your health. Have your regular checkups with your doctors. Stick to your nutrition plan. Take your medicines. Get your sleep and things like that go into taking care of your health. But don't let those milestone doctor's appointments go by.
Number 4, learn all you can about caregiving. Okay, maybe you've never been a caregiver before. There are some tricks and tips and what some people call hacks to help you with the caregiving experience. Don't make it harder than it has to be. Learn ways to make caregiving easier. And there's a lot of new technologies that are available too. So perhaps you're a long distance caregiver.
A remote caregiver.
Remote caregiver.
Mm-hmm.
You're not right there. Well, you can be right there in a virtual sense to know what's going on, to see that person that you're providing care for, even though you're not exactly right there in the same space with them. So there are some apps that actually provide for that. There's also an app called Caregivers, and we have just had the opportunity to talk to the leadership team for Caregivers, and they have an incredible app.
So it's not caregiver, it's caregiving.
Right.
Given. Okay, so how do we get in touch with Caregiving?
So Caregiving has a website, and it's caregiving.co.
You can also enter appointments. There are tips on well-being for taking care of yourself, and they've got a lot of resources and support in their newsletter as well.
Okay, so number 5.
Number 5, take care of your mental health. Take care of your mental health, Jerry. Take care of it.
Definitely.
Please go and take care of it. Connect with other people outside your immediate caregiving circle. Be self-aware. Watch yourself for signs of depression. It's so easy with all the anticipatory grief and the caregiving responsibilities, because most people who are caregivers are also working outside the home. You may not be paid for your caregiving responsibilities, but you may also have a job where you're actually earning your salary, earning your living.
Right, and it takes a lot of energy, emotional energy, mental energy.
And
it can eventually begin to have its effect on you mentally.
Right, so you definitely want to watch yourself for signs of depression, be aware, and don't forget to laugh.
Definitely. So number 6, stay organized. Disorganization only makes the caregiving experience harder. Keep a notebook. Track the meds that your person is taking. Keep track of the appointments. There's probably a lot of appointments that you and maybe the person you're taking care of both have. Keep medical records up to date. And any other kind of important legal paperwork, get that taken care of as well.
I would suggest keeping a notebook of visits. So if your loved one is a hospice patient and you have hospice professionals, the team coming in to see you, from personal experience, I have found a journal like that to be really important, especially if you've got a village that's helping with the caregiving. So maybe you've taken the daytime, but somebody else is going to come and be with your person for the nighttime. And they can see, well, the nurse was here today, and here's what his vital signs were, and she changed his medicine to this, or there was a bowel movement at this time. That way you don't have to try to remember all that stuff, because it is very overwhelming to keep track of all of that. All right, number 7, keep healthy habits. Eat healthy, sleep healthy. Keep your physical activity going. Good sleep hygiene. Limited interaction with social media, limited screen time, just healthy habits in general.
And number 8, talk about advanced care planning. Theirs and yours.
Say that one more time.
For emphasis, right?
Yes, please.
Okay. Yeah. Talk about advanced care planning. Talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it. We have talked about it on this podcast numerous times, and we're going to emphasize it again. Talk about advanced care planning. Have a plan and make your wishes known.
Number 9, consider stress management techniques. The possibilities for this are endless. Things like yoga, but it doesn't have to be, to me, yoga sounds challenging. It doesn't have to be that way. Listening to music, listening to guided imagery, trying to do some meditation or some deep breathing exercise. Sometimes just something as simple as taking a deep breath and exhaling slowly and being aware of it is relaxing.
It is. Number 10, be an advocate for your loved one and for yourself.
That's my favorite.
Okay, tell me why.
I think you get better care and your loved one gets better care if you're an advocate. And we're not talking about in-your-face aggressive, critical, demanding, belligerent. We're talking about good communication, direct communication. This is what I need. What can I expect from the care that you're going to provide? Especially when you're talking with your healthcare providers, your hospice team. But not just that, being an advocate for your boundaries that you need on time to take care of yourself. Boundaries maybe with your loved one, expressing to them that there needs to be a village because the caregiving job is something I can't do 24/7 by myself. So we're going to create a village of people who can help manage the caregiving responsibilities. Because let's face it, for a lot of people, if you are not an advocate for yourself or your loved one, there is no one else advocating for you.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So be an advocate. Well, that's our top 10 tips for caregivers. I'm certain there's a lot more, but that's what we had for you today. And we hope this helps. We hope that encourages you and maybe gives you some ideas of things that you need to do as a caregiver to be there for your loved one and for yourself.
And don't forget the Caregiving app. Check out their website at caregiving.co.
Thanks for listening to Heartbeat from the Heart of Hospice. I'm Jerry Finter here with Helen Bauer. Because we know your hospice journey is 24/7, you can always find us at theheartofhospice.com. Subscribe to the podcast wherever you're listening, and please leave a rating or a review on Apple Podcasts.
To connect with us, you can send an email to host@theheartofhospice.com. You can also find us on social media, and remember, no matter who you are or where you are in your hospice journey, you are the heart of hospice.